Hi, it's Kelly with Coffee Cups and Books, and today I'm going over my October pile of possibilities and talking about the 2 readathons that I signed up for this month. But first, the coffee cup of the day is my Magic Potion Cauldron cup. I think it's so cute. I love how it stands, and I just love it. I figured because I'm going over my October books, I would pick a fun October like Halloween mug. It does have some wear and tear. You can see the chips, but that's okay. It still works just fine. Also, if you can hear my fan, I apologize. It's just hot here in Texas. I know it's late September, but it was like 98 degrees today. So yeah, it's warm. It's warm here. Those of you who live in places that actually see a fall, send some of that down here, please. Please. I would love that. Okay, so 2 readathons. I've only really participated in 1 readathon before, and that was in April of this year when I participated in the Battle of the Bands, Battle of the Books readathon that was hosted on the Bookish Drummer Discord. And that was a lot of fun. I really liked it. But I didn't have a booktube back then, so I had no one to, keep me accountable. But now I do. And yeah, so why I decided to do 2 readathons, who knows? I thought it was fun. And maybe I'd take myself a little bit. Maybe. First, I am doing the TBR Harvest, which is hosted by Leandra at the TBR Zero. And I will post her information in her announcement video down below. This readathon is very relaxed, very like take it as your own pace. And in fact, I think some people have already started. I'm waiting till October though, so because I fit the readathon books together and you'll see. But there's different ways to participate. There is a pumpkin game board she made. There are bingo boards that she's made, and you can just watch different booktubers and they'll give you clues and stuff for your bingo board. And there's also a tombs, I forgot what she called it, but a coloring sheet with 31 gravestones on it, and as you read a book that fits the prompt, you color it. And that's what I'm choosing to do. I'll put it up here so you can see it. And luckily, books can count for more than 1 prompt, so you don't have to read 31 books, because I couldn't do that in 1 month. But that's how I'm doing that one. And it's very relaxed, so I really like that. The Long Walk Readathon, hosted by Jake, who's the Bookish Drummer, and Stacy, the Chapter Conundrum, and it's over on the Bookish Drummer Discord. This readathon is a competition, and you're part of a different team. There's 5 different teams. I'm on Team Blaze, which is hosted by Ian the Reader, and I'll post his information down below as well. And you go around a game board, which I'll post here. And as you read pages, that shows you how many times you go around the board. And you can either choose to land and get points for your team, or you can attack the other team and take points away from them. So it's very, you have to be strategic. And there are 20 prompts for this readathon. However, unlike the TBR Harvest, you can only use 1 book per prompt. So to get all the prompts, you have to read 20 books. So I'm going to try my best. I have definitely I've tried to fit the books to fit the prompts together. So I've got some that fit one of the Long Walk readathon prompts, but it fits 4 of the TBR Harvest prompts. So I tried my best. There are a few that don't fit, but I did my best. And I'll go over them. I'm going to go over these books. I've got 20 books. I tried to fit 1 book per prompt for the Long Walk Readathon. And I'm going to go over the list in that order. But I'm also going to tell you what prompts they fit into for the TBR Harvest. Now, as I say it, I'm not going to say for the Long Walk Readathon prompt, because it'll just take too long. I'm just going to say for the Long Walk and for the Harvest. Good? Okay. Because I'm already at 4.5 minutes and I haven't even started with the books yet. So, okay. So the first book, it's actually the same prompt for the Long Walk and the Harvest, and it is a road or a path. And so, and I chose, I didn't even talk about the Long Walk Readathon just the road made me think of it, it's an honor to celebrate the movie adaptation of The Long Walk, which is written by Stephen King under his pen name Richard Bachman. I haven't seen the movie yet. I've heard it's good. I've read the book and I really liked it. So my husband and I are trying to make time to go see it. But yeah, I want to see it soon, especially since we're doing this. So yeah, all of the prompts for The Long Walk readathon fit the theme of the movie or the book. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so hence road, because they're walking. If you don't know, it's about these young guys who have to walk and walk and walk. It's a competition, which you'll see. So anyway, for The Long Walk, it's prompt number 1, which is a road on the cover. And for the harvest prompt, it's prompt number 23, which is a road or a path. And for that, I picked A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangu Mandana. As you can see, there's a path. I'm going to say it's a road too on the cover. I don't want to talk too much about these books because I've got 20 to talk about, and I'm afraid that this will be a super long video, so I don't want to do that. But yeah, I read her first book, and I can't wait to read the second one. Just looks very cool, very cozy, all the fall vibes. So yeah. Okay. Number 2 is for The Long Walk. The prompt is prompt number 2, competition. And for the harvest prompt, this meets prompt number 12, which is a fruit or vegetable on the cover, and prompt number 19, which is a sweet treat on the cover. Oh, in case I didn't say it, for the harvest prompts, all these prompts are only about the cover. So it's just what's on the cover. But the Long Walk readathon, some of them are about the cover, some of them are about what's inside and different things like that. So just in case. Okay. So for that one, number 2, I chose A Fellowship of Bakers and Magic by Jay Penner. And this is about a baking competition. So it fits that. You can see it says baking battle. And for the fruit or vegetable, there is a strawberry and also a fruit tart. And for a sweet treat, you can see the cookies, the fruit tart again. I would say honey and jam are sweet treats. So yeah. So this is just a cozy baking competition, and to me it just screams fall time. So I can't wait to read it. Okay. For number 3 is a life or death situation, and for the harvest prompt, this fits prompt number 2, which is a bird on the cover. And for that, I chose The Once and Future Witches by Alex E. Harrow. You can see the book. Wow. You can see the bird. Sorry, I'm filming this after work. It's been a long day already. But yeah, there's a bird. And for life or death, this is about some women who have discovered witchcraft, and they want to use that to help the suffrage movement, the women's suffrage movement. But there are some men who don't like that, and they want to take them out. And it even says on the back, like, if they want to survive. So to me, if you have to want to survive and try to survive a thing, that's a life or death situation. So I'm counting that. Okay. So for prompt number 4 is a game show where it has one of the words in the title has to be the same as a word in the title of the game show. And for the harvest prompt, it's prompt number 30, which is a mask. And for that, I chose The Theban Plays by Sophocles. You can see the mask, kind of a creepy one. I don't like it, but it's a mask. And it says it's a tragic mask in the Musée du Petit Palais, Paris. I don't know why I'm pretending I can read French when I definitely cannot. But anyway, but it's a mask. And the word plays, there was an American game show called Child's Play. And so I'm going to say the plural is fine. I never saw Child's Play. When I think Child's Play, I think of Chucky. I don't think of a game show. I've never even heard of it. But it was one. I looked it up. So yeah. This is going to be nice and short. It's 3 plays. Plays are easy to read. I read Oedipus Rex back in college, but it's been a while, so it'll be nice to read these. This is actually my husband's book. I kind of raided his TBR closet to help me out. But yeah. Okay. Number 5 is an author that has used a pen name. And for the harvest prompt, number 22 is a human on the cover. And for that, I chose Agatha Christie, Black Coffee. There's human. You got per row. And Agatha Christie wrote a few books under the pen name Mary Westmacott. She wanted to explore different things away from the mystery genre, because this is what she was known for. All of her readers would know her for this. And so she didn't want to write something and have her mystery readers be like, that's not a mystery. What is that? So she wrote some books under a pen name. So yeah, I've never read any of those, but yeah, I'm excited. So Black Coffee, and it's nice and short. So the shorter the better in readathons, right? Okay. For number 6, a book that has been adapted into a movie or TV show. And for the harvest prompt, number 17, a tree or a forest on the cover. And for number 20, green on the cover. And for that, I chose Anne of Windy Poplars by L.M. Montgomery. This is the 4th book in the Anne of Green Gables series, and I'm slowly but surely getting through these. So number 4 is the next one on my list. And this has been adapted into a TV show. And you can see there's trees all around it, and there is green on the cover because of all the trees. And this is kind of greenish, I would say. So yeah, I'm excited. And because it's like young adult, it'll be nice and easy to read. So pretty fast. I'm excited to read it. Okay. All right, number 7. I don't own this one. Is a book narrated by your favorite narrator, or not by your favorite, but a fave narrator, one you really like. And for number 26, for the harvest prompt, it's got a moon or a sun on the cover, and prompt number 31, a Halloween thing on the cover. And for that, I'm choosing Halloween Party by Agatha Christie. Hugh Fraser narrates this, and he narrates a lot of Agatha Christie books, and I really like his narration style. He really captures Poirot for me. And as you can see, there's a big old moon and the pumpkin and everything. That's just Halloween. I mean, it's called Halloween Party. So yeah, it's one I've always wanted to read, and now's the perfect time to read it in October. So yeah. All right. This one I do own. Number 8, my 3rd time reading an author. And for prompt number 13, for the harvest prompt, glass. And for that, I'm picking A Mirror Mended by Alex E. Harrow. Now, this is the 2nd Alex E. Harrow on my Readathon TBR, and that's because I've read one book by her before. So if I read The Once and Future Witches, that'll be my 2nd time, and then I can read this one, be my 3rd. So yeah. And there's glass on the cover, as you can see. And this one's nice and short, so I do want to get to that one because this one will be easy peasy to get to. So yeah. All right. For number 9, for the long walk, it is an up-and-coming horror author, and that's like an author, what they said is like an author who has been publishing for about has been writing and being published for like the last 10 or so years. And this does not fit any of the TBR harvest prompts, but I chose The Book of Accidents by Chuck Wendig. So yeah. I asked Ian, I was like, does Chuck Wendig count for up-and-coming horror author? And he said, yeah, I think so. So yeah, I decided to go ahead and do this. Ian actually gave me this book, and I am excited to read it. He thinks I'm really going to like it. So, and Ian knows my taste pretty well. So if he thinks I'm going to like it, I probably will. Unfortunately, it's kind of thick. All right. For the long walk, number 10 is a white, black, or orange cover. And for the harvest prompt, number 7 is fire on the cover. And for that, I picked Moon Over Bright Haven by M.L. Wong. I originally had a different book for these prompts, but I watched Ian's Readathon TBR video, and he mentioned that him and I had said we were going to read this book together in October. I had completely forgotten. I totally forgot, and I felt bad because he like typed it out, and I was like, what do you think? We're like, yeah. And I just forgot all about it. But yes, so I was like, oh yeah, perfect time for me to read it too, since we said we were. So yeah, I have read The Sword of Kaigen by this author, and I really enjoyed it, and I think I'm going to like this one as well. So yeah, I'm hoping it's a fast read. We'll see. Oh, but yeah, you can see the fire on the cover. So yeah. All right. Number 11 for the long walk prompt, and that is running from someone or something. And for the harvest prompt, it's number 15, a weapon on the cover, and number 16, red on the cover. And for that, I chose Dark Disciple by Christy Golden. So you can see the lightsabers are the weapons, and there's a lot of red. And in this, Count Dooku is running from the Jedi. So I think that counts for running from someone. And I really want to get to this because I can't watch Tales from the Underworld until I read this book. So yes, I need to. I'm trying to watch all of the Star Wars TV shows and movies that are available. I've seen all the movies. I just need to watch all the TV shows. So yeah, I need to watch that. I need to read this so I can watch that. Okay. Number 12 for the long walk. And the author shares a name with a Stephen King character. And for number 29 for the harvest prompt, it is an indoor setting. And for that, I chose The Book of Magic by Alice Hoffman. There is a Stephen King character named Alice. I looked it up. I think she's in... I forgot. I forgot. I think she's in the Dark Tower series. I don't remember. But I did see that there was a character named Alice. So yeah. And to me, this looks like an indoor setting. It looks like there's a curtain and she's standing inside of it. So I'm counting it. And this is another book in the Practical Magic series. And I've read 2 of them. And there's 4. So I really need to get to this. So yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Okay. All right. For the long walk prompt, number 13 is the author releases a book every year. And for the harvest prompt, number 8, orange on the cover, and number 9, an autumnal item on the cover. And for that, I've chosen The Pumpkin Spice Cafe by Lori Gilmore. So I think I am constantly seeing a new book by her. Like, it feels like she's releasing like 2 or 3 a year. I don't know. Like, I just saw a new one. I think it's like the Gingerbread Bakery or something. I'm like, oh, okay. So I think it counts for that. And it's definitely a lot of orange and autumnal items. There's pumpkins. There's leaves. There's got the fall wreaths. I mean, does it get any more fall than this cover? Like, not really. I don't think so. So, yeah. I really like this cover. I like the shiny leaves. I've never read any of these. So I thought for sure I would start with the first one, Pumpkin Spice Cafe. That just sounds really fun to me. Even if I don't like pumpkin spice lattes, like I don't. I know I used to, but I just can't anymore. They're just too sweet. I don't know. All right. For number 14, for the long walk, it's someone who is there's a bully or a mean-spirited person in the book. And for the harvest prompt is a black cover, number 1. And for that, I've chosen The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. As you can see, there's a lot of black. And this book, this is about a lady's maid who is treated awfully by her, the person she serves, the lady she serves, I believe. So who uses her and things. So I believe that's what it's about. All right. Number 15 for the long walk takes place in a small town. And for the harvest prompt is number 3, leaves on the cover. And for that, I've chosen The Hacienda by Isabel Cañas. And I'm counting those as leaves. And I believe it's about a woman who gets married. She lives in a big city. She gets married and is taken to like this really small pueblo. So I believe most of the book takes place there. So I'm counting it for a small town. And this just seems very spooky. And what better time to read a spooky book than October? Okay. All right. Number 16 is a book that involves the paranormal or the occult. And for the harvest prompts, it's number 5, stars on the cover. Number 24, a purple cover. Number 25, a witchy item on the cover. And number 28, stripes on the cover. So for that, I am using the Grimoire Grammar School Parent-Teacher Association by Caitlin Rozakis. So as you can see, there's a lot of purple. There are stars. Witchy item, I'd say this book is a witchy item. And there are, I don't know if you can see it, but there are like stripes on this one. And I'm going to count these as stripes too. But yeah. So I'm counting it for all of those. And this has, this woman's kindergarten child gets bitten by a werewolf. So there's a paranormal right there. And so she has to take her, like, she finds out about, like, paranormal things in the schools and magical schools and things like that. So, yeah. Okay. For the long walk prompt, number 17 is someone who's imprisoned or in custody. And for the harvest prompt is number 10, a book on the cover. And for that, I have chosen The Woman in the Library by Solari Gentile. There's a book on the cover. And in this book, there are some people at the library and then they hear a scream. And so the security guards find these 4 people and make them stay at this one table while they investigate and they can't leave. So to me, that means they're in custody. So yeah. Okay. Number 18 for the long walk is an author who's part of a collaboration. And for the harvest prompt, it meets number 4, which is an animal on the cover. Number 6, signs of death on the cover. Number 11, the night sky on the cover. And number 18, eyes on the cover. And for that, I have chosen Never Whistle at Night, which is an indigenous dark fiction anthology. And so there's a lot of authors in here. And so Jake and Stacy said an anthology counts as a collaboration, which is awesome. So this is definitely the night sky because it's about night. There's eyes saying the death's head moth is a sign of death. And there's animals on the cover. So yeah, this took care of a lot of them. My husband and I bought this last year and we didn't read it last October. So I'm going to try to read it this October. I'm very excited to read it. I want to read more from indigenous authors. And this is a great way to do it. Because it is an anthology, I'll be introduced to a lot of different authors and I'm excited about that. let's see, almost done. Number 19 for the long walk is a book that has zombies, necromancy, reanimated corpses, or reincarnation. And for the harvest prompt, this meets number 14, which is teeth on the cover, and number 21, which is a non-human on the cover. And for that, I've chosen a book I never, ever thought I would read, a book I never planned to read. And that is Pride and Prejudice and Zombies by Jane Austen and Seth Grahame-Smith. I'm sorry, Jane. This is my husband's book, not mine. I would never buy this. I always swore I would never, ever read this book. But here I am. I am currently in the middle of filming a long Jane Austen vlog where I read the books. I'm going to talk about the books, her books, and then go over like all the special editions I have and everything like that and just talk about Jane. So I thought, well, I guess I could fit this in there too because she has written a good amount of it, I'm guessing. I don't know how free Seth Grahame-Smith is. I will say on the back, it says, Jane Austen is the author of Sense and Sensibility, Persuasion, Mansfield Park, and other masterpieces of English literature. Seth Grahame-Smith once took a class in English literature. Yeah. I don't have anything against parody books. But this is Jane. And this is my favorite book, Pride and Prejudice. Yeah. So something tells me I'm not going to like this book just because I am going into it with extreme prejudice. Very extreme. But I'm going to read it. I'm going to give it a try. And my husband's going to be so proud of me. It's funny. He hasn't even read this. But he's never read Pride and Prejudice either. And I told him he should not read this until he reads Pride and Prejudice so he can know. So will he ever read Pride and Prejudice? Who knows? But my husband likes zombies and horror stuff. And he saw this. He's like, ha ha ha. This seems really cool, Kelly. Ha ha. Your favorite book. Yeah. And number 20 is a book I do not own. And this is a book that is part of a buddy read on the Bookish Drummer Discord. Now, there are a ton of buddy reads going on the Bookish Drummer Discord, so there's a ton to pick from. I thought about picking The High King's Tomb by Kristen Britton, which is part of the Green Rider series, and it's the next one I need to read. But that book's really long, so I don't think I'm going to have time to get to it. So I picked a shorter book, and that is The Passengers by John Mars. I've read the one by John Mars, and I really liked it. And so I know The Passengers is the next in that little series. I believe there's 4 books. So I thought I'll read it, and it is part of the John Mars, like, buddy read along on the Bookish Drummer Discord. So yeah, that's what I'll be reading. And it does not fit, the cover does not fit any of the TBR Harvest prompts. I'm only missing one of the TBR Harvest prompts. Oh, I told you, the Signs of Luck. But hopefully I'll get that in. But I've gotten all the other ones. So we'll see. I'm going to try my best to read as much of these as I can. I'm going to probably rely heavily on audiobooks to listen to while I'm going to work and back, while I'm cleaning, while I'm grading papers, things like that. So I'm going to be relying heavily on audiobooks to get through as many of these as I can. I've already got some on hold. And it's funny because some of them have come in. And I'm like, no, not yet. You said 6 weeks. Why are you in already? So I'm like, suspend, hold, wait. Wait till I get to you. So hopefully they'll still be available when I need them in October. So yeah. Anyway, that is my October pile of possibilities. I've decided to stop calling them TBRs and start calling them pile of possibilities. I've heard Alicia from Birdie in the Books and Emily from M Read say it. And I'm like, I love it. I love it. I'm going to start calling them pile of possibilities because TBRs, I've put too much pressure on myself. Like, I need to read these. This is what I said. But now I'm like, no, it's a possibility. If it gets read, it gets read. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. So I'm trying to be healthier in my approach to reading and booktube. But yes, that's my October pile of possibilities. I'm doing my best to get through as many as I can. I don't want to let Team Blaze down. Go Team Blaze. So yes, I'll do my best. Anyway, if you like this video, please like it. And if you want to subscribe, please do. I post videos every Monday and Thursday. And please comment below with anything you have to say. I would love to hear it. Have you read any of these books? Are you participating in any readathons? What is on your October pile of possibilities list? Let me know. I would love to know. Just be respectful, please. And anyway, life's too short to drink bad coffee. So don't do it. Bye.